Hello everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
My name's Andy, and I've been asked to do some magic for you guys. Would you like to see some magic?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
You know, when my daughter Haley, she was the maid of honor. She asked me to do this magic.
Beautiful girl. Prettier than the bride.
Okay, that's a blooper.
She asked me to do this magic, and I was kind of nervous, you know, because I know it's very important when you're at a wedding like this. You know, you've got to really raise the game. And she says, "Dad, you'll be fine. You've got the British accent going on. You can tell a few relationship advice, and you'll be fine." So let's hope, all right? So the number one piece of advice I can give you when you start a relationship: find the right partner, all right? If you find the right partner, you should be good. But that's not always enough. So the next thing I found is cold hard cash.
Oh yeah, that talks.
If all else fails, cold hard cash. Now here we've got 100, 200, 300, 400, $500.
Those look like $1 bills.
That looks like a $1 to you?
Yes.
Sure.
I think. Uh oh.
Is that a one?
Yes. So you have $5.
Is that a one?
Yes.
You sure they're not for hundreds?
No, no.
I'm trying my what do they call it? The Jedi mind meld.
Positive thinking.
Or positive thinking, is that what it
Positive
is?
thinking.
You know, the problem is it's the one, isn't it, that gives it away? Or is it Washington?
It needs more zeros.
Yes, yes. It gives it
Well,
away,
yeah, in Washington you need, who is
You know,
it, Ben Franklin?
I find
No,
that if you
he's 20.
just
Hamilton? Jackson?
if you watch very closely and you really do think you watch closely like that, you do
Franklin!
think
Wait, it is Franklin!
you know that's a $100 bill, isn't it?
Well, yes it is!
You know,
Whoa!
There's 100, 200,
What?
300, 400, $500. Now that's always helpful.
How
in a
did you
relationship.
do that?
Thank you.
Yeah, that was
So-
really good.
The next bit of advice, and this one goes contrary to a good opinion, is you don't want to have a perfect memory. For instance, my wife, she's got a terrible memory. She remembers everything. I've got no time for that. So it helps. I've done some research. You need to be about 70 to 80% of memory. So yes, anniversaries and important dates, but there's other things you need to forget. And I've got a little test here that will see how good your memory is. And sir, can I try this on you, please? Now, could you hold out your hand, please? I've got 4 cards here. Actually, we don't need to hold out your hand yet. It's a nice hand, nice looking hand. We've got these 4 cards. Can you see we've got 2 8s and 2 kings?
Yes.
And can you try to remember what we have there? 2 8s,
Yeah.
2 kings? Yeah? All right, now hold out your hand. All right, now here's the first question. How many cards do I have here?
4.
Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. It's good. Now, there were 2 8s. There was a red 8 and a black 8. Do you remember the suit of the red 8?
A diamond.
A diamond. Oh boy, you're on fire, aren't you? You're on fire. All right, now there was a black 8. Do you remember the suit of the black 8?
It was a stage.
Spades! Look at this guy.
That's good.
Ah, it's amazing. All
I
right,
feel a
now
little bit about myself.
there were two court cards. Now, do you remember, were they kings or jacks?
Kings.
Kings! This guy's out of control, isn't he? Look, so we've got the 2 kings here, and now what were the values of those 2 again? Do you remember just the values?
8.
8? No, the 8s are here.
What?
The kings are down
No,
here.
wait a
That is
second.
80%. You're 100% right. That's right. 80% is all you need for the perfect relationship memory. Good job.
Oh, that's very good.
That's it.
How did you
Some people
do
get it all right. That's no good.
How did you do that?
80%. How long have you been married, sir? Can I ask?
30 years.
30 years. No surprise. No surprise at all. Right. Now, the other thing you need is a hobby. Now, it can't be one of those hobbies you have with your partner. No, that's not a hobby, right? That's a life sentence. What you need is something you do on your own. For instance, when I was a kid, I used to collect matchboxes. Whoops. Oh, flying matchboxes. They were flying matchboxes here. And I've got a set here. In fact, these. Now, remember, I was a kid, so there were no matches. It was just the boxes. But these ones, these are from Bryanton May.
Oh.
Right? They're a British company. They were made in Liverpool. And I've heard that John Lennon used these exact matches when he was lighting things. And I'm not sure exactly what he was lighting, but these are the ones he used. And if John Lennon, good enough for John Lennon, good enough for me.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, you can always tell a good set of matchboxes, because if you put the box in like that and you hold it snug in the middle and you push the other box through, look what happens. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
That's because there's snug, and what's happening is the air is getting trapped in the middle and it's pushing all the way through. Now if you snap that off, let the air out, it doesn't, now the air's gone, so it doesn't work so well. But if you're lucky, look, you can still do it. Look at
Oh, wait a
that.
second.
No one makes these matchboxes like this anymore, do they?
Wait a second. How do you,
just
how
like-
is it doing?
Let's
how
try
are you
let's
doing
try it
that?
between the fingers. This is even harder, all right?
Yeah.
Look at that.
What?
It's crazy, isn't it?
Wait, how do you do
Let's try
that?
this. I don't know if we can flip it around like that. Can you flip it around? I'm not sure. Let's try. Even back
Oh,
to
wait.
front.
Oh.
So what I'm saying is you need a hobby, all right?
Oh,
The
that's
hardest part of
great.
this hobby though is pushing the matchboxes back. Can you push those back, please? That's
And
it.
then they
Good
stay.
job. Well done.
Whoa.
Well done.
Whoa. These are
That's amazing.
great.
Now,
This is great.
so that's about the end of my relationship advice. But have you been using the internet more in the last 12 months or so?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Can you imagine if, this whole pandemic thing we endured, can you imagine no internet? No Google, no Facebook, no Amazon, no Netflix, no GameStop shares. Can you imagine that? These are a younger crowd, by the way. So, it would be awful. And have you noticed though, sometimes when you're using the internet, that you're watching the middle of the movie and it kind of freezes in the middle sometimes? Or you're on a screen, you're surfing and you get these broken images. Have you
Yes,
noticed that?
yes.
Well, I kind of want to explain what happens on the internet because a lot of people don't really know what's going on. And I've got a little device here. And this is what I call my internet stick. And it's obviously this is not the real internet, this is just a mock-up, all right? But these pom-poms represent different websites. And this silver piece here is the internet backbone, right? That's where a lot of the traffic goes. Now you notice here, the blue and the yellow pom-pom are connected. Can you see that? They're directly connected,
Yep.
and it's very fast, isn't it? You want to go from blue to yellow, yellow to blue very quick. But let's say you wanted to go from the blue to the green. Look what happens. You go from the blue to the yellow, over the backbone, down to the green, back over the backbone, up to the yellow, and finally to the blue. Can you see how that took?
Yeah, right.
Now, what about the red? Let's try the red look.
Ooh.
Blue, yellow, over the backbone, down to the green, up to the red, back down to the green, over the backbone, down to the yellow, whoosh, back to the blue. Mama! That took a long time, didn't it? If you had to wait that long, you would have left already, wouldn't you? But luckily, because these modern browsers, they have all sorts of things like cache-in. When you're surfing, you don't really notice these delays, do you? Everything seems to go pretty smooth. But they go smooth until they don't. Now suddenly, sometimes what happens is you kind of get a broken image. Have you ever seen a broken image on the internet? Broken, the image doesn't, broken page. Polly's looking at me as though she
I don't know what is that? It's different than a freeze.
Images kind of doesn't show up or something. You remember?
Oh, yeah, I've had things
You
like
haven't
that.
been
when it doesn't
surfing
show
enough
up.
porn. You haven't been surfing enough porn. That's not right. But see what happens is you get two connections firing. Remember, it's a young crowd. Right? It's a young crowd. You get these two connections firing. You see, and the worst thing is when you open it up, there's no help. There's no help on the internet, is there?
Wait a second.
So if you're in this situation here, what do they tell you to do? They say, turn off your browser, clear your cache. Have you heard those phrases? Clear your cache?
Yes.
No one really
yes.
knows what it does.
Yeah.
But if you're lucky, you'll be back in business before you know it, surfing away
Whoa.
and having a good time.
That's really good.
But here's a word of advice, don't spend all day on the internet. Play with your kids, read a book, take your puppy for a walk, just get away from the internet every now and then.
That's true.
Thank you.
That is true. Very good. Oh my goodness. That's
Now,
great.
for my next trick, I've held off having a card chosen this whole time, and it's very hard for a magician not to have cards chosen. You know that? It's very hard. But I've got a deck here, and I'm going to have some cards chosen. And as you can see, they're all different.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And Paul, could
Okay.
you just cut a portion of cards off, please?
Okay.
All right. Now, when you turn those cards over, turn them over face up and put them back down here. All right.
Okay.
So we're just going to really see that these cards are all different. You could have cut anywhere. And let's have a look. Oh, look, there we go. Now, why don't you take that card there, Paul?
Okay. I'll take
And
that.
you take that card there.
Oh, I did one.
And I'm going to put one card over here for the final card, all right? Because normally I would do this with 3 people,
Okay.
all right? And we'll decide who's going to have that third card in the end. Now, I'm not going to do the rest of the trick. I've had a great expense. One of my best friends flown over from the UK today to help us out. So would you like to meet my friend?
Yes.
I'd like you to give a warm welcome to Dickie the Duck.
Dickie the duck.
Here's Dickie. All right, Dickie. He's very keen. Dickie's very keen. What's it? Oh, Dickie says get the card. Now, he's a little guy, so he has to work with smaller cards.
Dickie the duck.
Let's put these cards. Dickie the Duck.
Oh, they're so
Put
cute.
these cards in here.
He's so cute.
All right. Now, pop it. Can you think about your card, please? Now, don't tell me what
I
it is.
have to
Just
look at it.
oh yeah, you look at it.
Got it. Okay, I'll
Just
think about it.
concentrate, all right? Now, Dickie's going to try to find exactly what you're thinking of. Here we go, Dickie. Come on. Come on, Dickie. The 15 of diamonds. 15 of diamonds?
No.
Was that your card?
What?
15? No one had the 15 of diamonds? Next thing you're going to tell me is you don't have a 15 of diamonds in the American deck. Is that true?
That's true. That must be a UK thing.
Is it a British thing?
Yeah.
Those wacky Brits, eh? What are you going to do with them? What are you going to do with them?
Yeah.
You know, what's it? Oh, Dickie, look, Dickie's kind of nervous now. You can see how he's kind of shaken up about that. He didn't know we weren't using a British deck, did he? How would he know?
Right.
He's just flown. Look at those little wings. That's a long flight. Oh, it's a long flight across the channel. So I'll tell you what. Why don't you just give him a bit of a clap, bit of a cheer, give him a bit of encouragement.
All
So
right,
he can get
come on,
that.
Dickie,
Dickie,
go.
come on.
Go, Dickie,
Now,
the duck.
concentrate your card, Polly. Concentrate your card. Here we go. Come on, Dickie, you can do it. What is that? Ten of spades. What's your card?
Oh my goodness.
The ten of spades!
Got
Good
it.
job, Dickie.
Dickie,
Good job.
that was
All
so good,
All right,
Dickie the
good.
dog.
Take
That
that
was
one.
so good.
Now, we're going to give you that one, Polly, there,
Good
because you can put that
job.
on your...
All right.
Now, Mark. All right, you're going to think about your card, all right? Now, Dickie's going to zero, because if you can zero in on your
How does
card.
he know?
Come on, Dickie. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. Here we go. Come on. Ooh, was it Daisy? Was your card Daisy Duck?
Oh boy, that's.
Was your Daisy Duck? Are you homesick? I think Dickie's a little homesick. Dickie says, no, that was your card. Are you sure it wasn't your card?
Positive.
Strange.
She's cute though.
Just think about your card again, all right?
She is
Okay, here we
cute.
go. Come on, Dickie, come on. The Queen of Hearts.
Very nice.
Dickie, the duck.
Daisy
you are
is Dickie's Queen of Hearts, so
amazing.
really he was correct. You see what I'm saying? You know, he's really,
so
basically, apart from
cute.
the things we've messed with, he's really got it right every time.
So
You're so
cute.
clever. You know, I've had Dickie for many years. I've worked with him. He's a professional. He never bites. Oh, Dickie,
He
what's
doesn't
going on?
bite and he doesn't get jet
What
lag.
is going on? Can you see those bite marks? Beak marks even?
Yeah.
Dickie, what is
Dickie.
going on?
Dickie.
I think he was getting a bit full of himself, you know, a bit rambunctious.
Mm-hmm.
Now when this happens, I find I need to put a little blindfold on him. Alright? So now you can see, there's no way he can see the card.
Right,
Alright?
right, okay.
There's no way he can see the card, either side,
Right.
and he's going to try to find the card, okay?
Okay, oh, I've got to look at it.
Oh, yes. you
Got
got
it, I know
alright.
what it is.
Okay, come on, Dickie. He said he's not getting anything. Now, do you think you could just say the name of your card, just so everyone knows what it is? Just say it out, please.
Say it?
Yes. But by the way, have you ever heard the phrase "deaf as a post"? Have you
I
heard that
have
phrase?
heard of that.
Dickie was made from a post, so he can't hear a thing. He can't hear a thing, all right? So there's no. It's all about mental impression. That's how he works,
Okay.
all right? So just say out the name. Say the name of
Ace
your card.
of clubs.
Ace of clubs. Now, can everyone think about the ace of clubs? Because remember, we're going to get through the blindfold. We're trying to get this extra special thing. Now, if Dickie gets this one, I want you guys to go crazy, all right? Because he deserves it. Long flight, jet lag, missing Daisy. I mean, the whole thing. He deserves
Yeah.
it. A lot of stress.
Yeah.
All right, so he gets it right. Okay, here we go. 1, come on, Dickie. 2, 3. The ace of
Oh, he
clubs!
got it! Good
And the
job!
crowd went crazy!
Oh, Dickie the duck, that was awesome.
Good job.
That was well done. That was awesome. Well done. Look
Dickie.
at that.
Let me get
How does he do
He's such
that?
a clever duck, isn't he?
He is a clever
He's
duck.
made a living out of this for many years.
Oh my goodness.
More than I can say,
Oh my
more than I can
goodness.
say putting these cards back in the pocket. So look, see if we get them back in there. Try to put you back in there.
Wow,
Right,
good
say goodbye. All right,
job.
he's off,
That's,
he's off.
he's
And he says
amazing.
it's nice and warm in there. He likes to snuggle.
amazing.
As long as no one from Peter is around here, you know what I'm saying? And, oh, cards. Yes, these are my cards.
Yep.
Let's have a look.
Cards.
Okay. You're not as hot as I am, are you?
Well, you're on fire.
I know, fine. All right. And okay, now we're going to do one more trick. When it's just yeah, all right. Now, last year, right in the middle of the pandemic, I was asked to do this magic at this outdoor event. And everyone was social distancing, you know, and it was a little freaky. But I came up with a trick that was perfect for social distancing. It involves a long piece of rope. And what I'd like is Polly, if you could just hold on to that end there.
Okay.
And you may have to get out of your seat for this one. And
Hey,
Mark,
keep
if
going,
you could-
should I keep walking back?
well, we don't. You can.
Or just hold it?
Just hold it there. That's right. And yeah, see what I'm gonna don't pull it. Yeah, I'm just gonna cross over the line. Here we go. All right. Now you come in a little bit, Polly. So it's not. All right. Now, and just kind of pick up some of the slack. Right, because I'm going to try. Now, one of the downsides of the pandemic is I put a couple of extra pounds on because I'm going to try to pull it through my belly, but because it's grown a little, this is actually a harder trick than it was 6 months ago. All right, a lot harder. I wish I just.
They're going to be music playing.
So I'm going to have to psych myself up. Now, just hold the rope firm. Don't drop it. Just hold it firm. One, two. Ah! Oh dear, that really clears the cobwebs. Okay, guys, thanks very much. I hope you enjoy the rest of the wedding. Thank you. Thank you.
That was fantastic. That was
Thank you, guys.